Hi, my name is AJ Weimer, and for my director discussion video, I will be talking about Martin Scorsese, more specifically his work throughout Goodfellas and The Departed. The reason in which my group has landed on Martin Scorsese to be our filmmaker for this project is mainly based on the fact that he is widely regarded as one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. Moreover, he is one of my favorite filmmakers of all time, along with my partner Owens. Since my early teens, I have always been drawn to power-seeking action thriller type of films, and that's a genre that Martin Scorsese masters with remarkable skill. Due to this, I have found myself drawn to more of his films as of recent. This could most certainly just be based on the fact that now that I'm older, I have a deeper appreciation for more complex language and the subtle symbols and sentences that Martin Scorsese weaves into his work, all of which allows us to better understand the message he aims to convey to the audience, making the movie more enjoyable. Though what really sets him apart for me is how he builds his characters throughout his films. After rewatching a variety of his films for this project, I have come to realize that his main characters are never one-dimensional. There's always this deeper, more complex side to them. For example, in the two films that I rewatched, Goodfellas and The Departed, in The Departed, both the police and criminals are both flawed, forcing us as viewers to kind of question who's considered the good guy and who's considered the bad guy. Similarly, Goodfellas portrays Henry Hill and his associates as charismatic and criminal. This causes the audience to empathize with characters that they probably shouldn't, just because they're committing violent crimes and unethical acts. By utilizing this technique, Scorsese turns crime stories into a deeper look at human behavior, showing how ambition, loyalty, and temptation affect his characters' decisions and choices. Another reason in which we chose Martin Scorsese to be our filmmaker is because Scorsese films often include a powerhouse cast, and that makes the film more enjoyable for us. Stars like Robert De Niro, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, Mark Wahlberg, all allow for his complex characters to become actual stars and enhance the film to another level. While I was rewatching The Departed and Goodfellas, I tried to take any notes on if there are any specific themes or topics that Martin Scorsese dove a little deeper into, and after rewatching it, I noticed that he tackled themes of loyalty, identity, desire for power, and corruption, more specifically in a crime setting. This can be seen in Goodfellas through Henry Hill's rise in the mafia, where his loyalty to his friends and the gang is constantly tested. His identity shifted from his normal life to his criminal life, and the pursuit of power ultimately led to betrayal, as he was forced to testify against his former mob associates in order to save himself. Likewise, The Departed explores the internal conflict of identity as Mr. Costigan and Mr. Sullivan struggle with betrayal, maintaining hidden identities, and the personal cost of ambition. Through their fake roles in the police force and mob, their values became corrupted, and they went against the very ideals they once stood for, reinforcing Scorsese's main themes of loyalty, identity, and corruption. In The Departed as well as Goodfellas, I think it's clear to say that crime was a major theme that drove the story forward and shaped the characters' lives. Both films explore the influence of power, loyalty, and betrayal within tightly knit criminal organizations. Because of this, we want to emphasize that same gang and mob mentality in our own adaptation of Hamlet. We plan to portray Hamlet as if we are set in a world of organized crime, reimagining the characters as gang members. To bring this to life, we'll use a variety of accents, use matches as cigarettes, and substitute modern weapons with old-school gangster tools such as wooden bats and knives. We believe this will effectively capture the gritty, dangerous tone of a Scorsese-style world. Additionally, we want to get rid of the royal clothing and transition our characters into the wardrobe of thugs, polo shirts and backwards caps for the younger characters, and tank top wife beaters, flannel jackets, and ripped jeans for the older folk. While rewatching The Departed and Goodfellas, we noticed how group members often use nicknames instead of real names to show loyalty and familiarity. By altering what Claudius calls his peers, we can create that same sense of closeness, making it feel like a tight-knit criminal family rather than a royal court. When I watched these films, the most defining attribute of Scorsese's filmmaking is his use of self-narration. Through his character-focused storytelling, he allows audiences to see inside the mind of the main character, creating a multi-dimensional perspective. By utilizing this technique somewhere within our film, it will display a greater understanding of Scorsese's work and will allow the audience to understand key thoughts and details from both Claudius as well as Hamlet. Lastly, we want to incorporate certain filming techniques, such as the use of shadows and zoomed-in close-up shots. By doing this, we are positive we can display some of Martin Scorsese's camera skills and also use the shadows as a form of memory and flashback. I hope this director discussion video gives you some insight on what my group is trying to accomplish within our video, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.